Greetings and blessings abundantly. Welcome to the Abundance Universe podcast. Today is a very, very special day. I have an amazing, amazing guest. I am here with Master Mantak Chia. Master Mantak Chia is a Taoist master. He is one of the greatest living teachers of Qigong and the Tao, founder of the Universal Healing Tao and Tao Garden in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I have been blessed with the opportunity to recently visit Tao Garden and spend some time with Master Mantak Chia, and we had an amazing experience. And I'm very grateful that he's able to spend some time here today with us and talk about everything that we can on Abundance Universe. So, Master Chia, welcome to the Abundance Universe podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm so grateful that you're able to be here today with me. This is an amazing day because I've been studying your work for such a long time, and I have many of your books here, Cosmic Fusion. I have the World Link Meditation and Cosmic Healing 1, which is actually the first book that I was introduced to you by. And this is really my introduction into everything that you teach with the Universal Healing Tao and the Cosmic Fusion, as well as all the videos that you've published on your YouTube channel. So thank you so much for all that you do, all that you share, and all that you've done and all that you continue to do, because you are definitely uplifting the world. So I just want to take a moment to, introduce you to the world, the people that may not know who you are, my audience. Everybody in the world needs to know who you are. Everybody in the world needs to know and understand what it is that you teach. So, Master Chia, if you could just maybe introduce yourself very briefly to the audience in your own words. What is it that you do and what you represent?
Yes. Hi, I'm Mantak Chia. I've been teaching the Tao for 50 years. 55 years now. I mean, I teach quite young. Okay, and these people that come from China, and mostly that the people that can have money or have some kind of skill, and they escape, or what we say they move to Asia, and so I grew up in a community of Chinese that immigrant from the China. So most people that have we call they bring like Qigong practice, the Tao practice, and many things, because they have to be, they like all these things. And every morning in the park, because it's near my house, so I in my playground also in the park in the morning. So I went there and see they're doing Qigong and all kind of thing, meditation. I said, I like this thing, So, and they like me, because I am just watch them carefully, and they look at me, they say, you want to learn? Okay, come, follow me, So I started to learn, and they introduce more people. So I learned from many people. But later on, I met my master that teach me the whole Tao practice system. So he passed me down nine formula of practice, which without the structure, I have just without the structure that we call the inner alchemy practice, I have no understanding what I'm doing. Just doing simple Qigong and all these things, and Tai Chi and all these things. But the whole key is talking about energy, life force, and how the life force moves in our body, and how to activate that. And that's how so my whole life is teaching this. After I learn it, and I said, I want to do this. I like it so much. So my whole life I'm doing that. Okay. And we have many people. We have about 20,000 instructors around the world. That means certified. And we have the audience, or the people that come to us and look at the website, is the Google give just last year, they give me 8 million people.
Wow.
So they said, yeah. So they
Wow.
said the 8, because the people that click and watch or follow 8 millions. So we
Yes.
have, yeah.
Well, thank God for the internet. And I'm so grateful that you chose to share what you do and share your work on the internet, because that was my gateway to understanding the Tao and understanding how to do Qigong. I started by watching the lessons that you post on your YouTube channel and really, really got into it and got excited about this amazing science. This is really science that has been this ancient science that has been around for decades, and it's beyond medical science, it's beyond Western science, and it's so true. When I practiced with you and I came to Tao Garden, I felt the truth of everything that you said and everything that you're teaching in my body. And I was able to actually visualize the things that you taught us how to do, the pakua, and just visualize Tantian fire and feel these things, mainly because you're so skilled and masterful at transmitting and transmuting energy. And also because of the amazing videos and books that you produce that have some really great graphics and imagery to help us visualize how we can move this energy around. When it comes to the Tao, in your view, what would you say are the most essential principles or the core principles of the Tao, for someone who may not be familiar?
So the whole key is the number one, when the energy blockages, we get sick. So in the Tao's have 2 channels we call microcosmic. That means energy move in an orbit. So we call like the Earth move in an orbit around the sun. It's a one orbit. So in the Tao discovered that in the human also have the orbit spinning. So that's how the Tao discovered that by learn how to opening the microcosmic will put people back into good health and wisdom and knowledge. That is a major part. So the first thing, people get sick because the blockages of the spinal cord. Energy don't flow very well, or the energy coming down in the front line, we call the organ lines, and the blockages. So organ get not enough energy and we get sick. And that's how the whole beginning, and it go into a higher level we call emotional. So emotional become one of the important part of the Tao practice. Yeah. So we have many practice that is a formula that passing down at least 3,000-4,000 years. Okay. This thing can go back to 3,000-4,000 years since the Yellow Emperor. So the Yellow Emperor book is 4,500 years. It's talking about organs, emotional, and that's all these things is involved with the Tao practice.
Magnificent. Wow. I I really, that's when hearing you talk about the Tao is really the first time that I've ever experienced or heard someone talk about our organs, the way we're feeling and our emotions and our mindset and how that's all connected. And to me, that's one of the most fascinating things I've been able to learn, because in the Western school system, we don't really learn about health and taking care of ourselves from that perspective. When it comes to diet, there's a whole nother set of things that we're taught as well. But I can actually feel the difference in my body when I'm eating a very clean, healthy diet, like we have prepared at Tao Garden, when I'm doing the morning Qigong practice and doing it consistently and working on my breathing and breathing with embiotic breathing from my second brain, from my stomach. I can actually feel the difference and feel my energy expanding. So for me, it's just fascinating, because you're one of the first people that's able to put into context for me the Western science and the Eastern science and bring it all together in such a unique way that was concise and able for me to understand, but also extremely effective and extremely powerful. So I thank you for that. One thing I do want to ask you about is the idea of inner alchemy. So I've been studying cosmic fusion and cosmic healing. After spending some time with you in the dark room retreat, I actually was able to practice it and get a deeper understanding that goes much beyond the books. But I would love for you to just explain your view and concept of inner alchemy and how it relates to the practices you teach. What are the key stages and the goals of inner alchemy?
So the inner alchemy, we said, we take negative, we have negative emotional. So the Tao said the first thing you have to know that the heart. So we talk about negative first, and we talk about negative, positive later on. So we said the heart have negative. We call the hatred, impatience, hastiness, the negative part, and the spleen, we call fire burn turn into earth, spleen. Spleen, earth, is worry, anxiety, mistrust. And that is the negative part of the spleen. And the lungs, negative part, we call sadness and depression. So we talk about negative first. And we talk, and so now the lungs is a sad depression. And kidney is fear, phobia, and trauma. And liver is angry, jealousy, envy, frustration. So the first thing that we have to know that we have negative inside and we have positive also. Okay. So in the Tao theory, if you look at the Tao practice, is yin yang tai chi symbol, yin and yang. Yin we call negative part, yang we call positive parts. So now in the Tao said the world can move because yin, negative and positive equal, and everything started to spin. Now the same thing when we say, I want to be a good person. I want to be I don't want to do anything bad. I want to be a good person. In the Tao said, no, we don't want to do that. We want to be a balanced person. I know good and evil, and I know good. I know good, and I try to do good. And sometimes I can make mistake. Okay, but I try to maintain in the middle, negative and positive in the middle. So I can think bad. Sometimes I do something bad. It's okay. Okay. But you know how, oh, I am too much on a negative part. Now I grow a little bit positive and find balance. That's all. So in the Tao
Yes.
said, yin yang, negative, yin, that means negative, not good. Yang is positive. But in the Tao said, no, when yin yang balance, they are both good because they maintain the yin and yang maintain in a circle and spinning. So nobody win, yin, yin and yang, and nobody win and nobody lose. Everybody equal. So that's the Tao theory.
Yes. I love that. I love that idea of a win-win-win. There's this Western term of a win-win or a win-win situation in business and in the sports, even when you're with your team. But the idea of just not having to be against something, being accepting, trusting, some biblical context would be surrendering, surrendering to the will of the source of God. But I love the idea of yin yang because we have to understand that there's going to always be these forces. One of my favorite quotes from you is that we live in a very emotional world and we just have to learn how to work with the emotions and our bodies. And it's so true. I experience it every day. And you made perfect sense of it there. I've seen the yin yang symbol my whole life, but not until I started studying your work and working with you did I really understand what it means. I always thought it was a beautiful art symbol because I'm an artist myself. So I always thought it was a beautiful piece of artwork. But I never really truly understood until you were able to explain that and contextualize that. So thank you very much for breaking that down. And I'm sure a lot of other people will understand this idea of balance and just how we have to move energy in certain ways because it's always here. Energy is not created or destroyed, but we have to learn how to move it and manipulate it and work with it and the forces of the universe. I want to talk to you for a moment about chi, about the concept of chi energy. What is chi and how can chi be multiplied, conserved, cultivated? How can we create abundance with chi energy?
So Chi we call energy. In the West, we talk about electromagnetic power. So we have in this space have many electromagnetic power, and the West talk about, but inside us have bioelectromagnetic power. I mean, we have electromagnetic power inside us, but inside us we call they have life and they have intelligence and they have energy to move on while us. So in the Tao said, we chi everywhere. The same thing in West. Electromagnetic power is everywhere, and but they don't talk much about the electromagnetic power inside us. They don't talk about much. They talk about, oh, we have electromagnetic power, we have all these things, and we can test them, and we can do everything. So in the Tao said, so Tao talk about that we have life force, and we have soul and the spirit inside us. And that's why in the Tao ways, we divide five major organs, all different spirit and soul. Okay. So five major ones, they have different soul and spirit. Now, we find, and they have positive and they have negative. So in the Tao said, when you understand that the positive and negative is within you, you know, we said we know good and evil. Okay. And that is how the Bible is talking about that. We have good and evil. Okay. We know good and evil. And that's why we have to be get out of the garden of Eden because we know good and evil. We cannot stay there. Okay.
Right.
So now when we know good and evil, in the Tao said, if you want to move something, you make them balance. You not say, I want to be absolutely very good or want to be very bad. It don't move. It stop. It's stuck. But when you move yin yang balance, they started to move. Yin push the yang push the yin. Nobody win and nobody lose. Now everything okay. So all you have to do is live your life in a balanced way. I think at this moment, my heart is too hot. My liver overheat. I get angry very easily. My heart get hate people too. Now it's overheat. So the heart overheat, the liver overheat. You get angry. You get jealous. Okay. So now what we do? Do some practice. Okay. Do the liver sound. Eat something more green to cool down the liver, and the liver cool down. You don't get angry. Like the heart also, when you have hatred it make the heart pump very fast. And now you cool down the heart, you smile to the heart, and you try to eat something cooling down the heart. So that's why in the Tao say we try to find a balance, and that's what the Tao practice.
Absolutely. Yeah, I learned a lot more about that and what that actually means. You know, for me, I feel like there's traditionally been this idea of, well, if I'm balanced, then that means I'm doing the same amount of everything across all channels, or I'm going to spend 1 hour on each subject and time block everything, and that's going to be balanced. But I think in other ways, you know, it's something that you explained to me is that balance could be 90% and 10%. It could be 60% and 40%. It just depends on where we are and what we're dealing with or going through. But that's very interesting to think about how that translates to our spirituality and how we're developing our energy body and our self beyond the physical body. Could you talk about just spiritual development and how we all have a soul and a spirit and how those things can be developed individually for people to really take care of themselves beyond just this physical existence, but through eternity? Could you kind of explain what that means and how you see our soul and our spirit and how we can take care of ourselves and do the work we need to do while we're here on earth?
Yeah, the whole key, the first step, you open microcosmic and you learn how to smiling and try to find balance of organs. And the second level we call fusion of violence. So now we have negative energy. So hatred, impatience, fear, phobia, angry, jealousy, they gonna come together. So in the Tao say, if we find a balance, so when you try to find a balance, and the energy can come together, and they can find, and we have the fusion practice to try to get all this negative energy. First, take the negative energy, and we have an energetic mandala we call pakwa. So the energetic mandala is in the Tao way is the 8 forces in the universe. So we have a good energy for 8 forces, and we put all the negative in the formula, because they have the Pakwa have their own formula, how to put the liver angry inside, how to put the heart hatred into the energetic mandala, how to put the kidney fear inside there, how to put all this negative energy. The lung is uh, the arrogant and all these things into the energetic mandala. So now negative, they find a balance. And later on, we put positive and positive together for organ. They try to balancing all this negative energy. And it's not try to get rid of it, not try to get rid of the negative. Because negative is part of us. So we have half of us is negative, half of us is positive. If you want to get up all the negative, you have to cut off half your body, because half is negative, half is positive. So in the Tao say, get rid of it is difficult. But to find a balance, because they just a little bit off balance, that's all. You try to find balance easier, live with negative and positive, but try to balancing them. So every day, find a balance. That is Tai Chi, yin yang, balance, and then move. Everything started to move.
Right. What are some things that you do if you feel like you're in a little too much of a negative, or you have negative thoughts creeping in? How do you balance that out?
So we do the first thing with all. I always do the inner smile. In the inner smile, it's just like when somebody in your family, if somebody very angry with you, you smile. Yeah? And when you smile for a while, with your good heart and smile, I love you. Now, the person started to not get angry. The people get angry and more angry because he angry and he say something and you say something back and bad back. So now it get more angry and fight, So that's
Right.
how in the Tao said, when you learn how to smile to your organ, like the heart, you smile to the heart and feel love, joy, happiness. Smile to the spleen, feel trusting energy. Smiling to the lung and establish the courage. Smile to the kidney and expect and increasing the soft and gentleness. And smiling to the liver, have kindness and generosity. So you grow positive energy. In negative, it grows faster than positive. So we need to grow positive and try to balance with the negative.
Absolutely. So whenever we feel those thoughts creeping up, or if there's just a lot of things on the outside world creeping into us, we have to consciously smile inside. Smiling is the best medicine. It's the number one medicine. I believe smiling can actually cure diseases, smiling and laughter and joy and love. So we have to, first of all, give love to ourselves. And I have definitely caught myself sometimes in the middle of the day just with a mean mug face on, or just not smiling, even if it's just a regular face. It's like, I should be smiling right now. I have every reason to smile. I'm breathing. I have a healthy body. Life is good. I have the opportunity to do anything and everything I want. I have the internet. I have Master Mantak Chia's books. Life is perfect. I have everything I need to create success. And I have to remind myself of that throughout the day, and remind myself to put a smile on. And soon as I do that, everything around me shifts. People around me start smiling. I get new ideas. Positive things happen. You get good news in the email. Whatever it is, it literally transforms the energy within and without. So I want to thank you for that, for sharing the concept of smiling to the organs, because you're the first person that I heard talk about that. And my partner, Lee Chiban, who you met during the retreat, she was practicing that as well. And we were practicing that and listening to you just talk about what it meant and understanding that this actually really works. When you practice it and visualize it, you can be feeling a type of way or have a certain ache, and you can massage a part of your body and make it go away, because it is something that is inside of us. It's energy in our body, and it can be trapped gas in the form of belching or gas that needs to come out in whatever way. Sometimes if we sweat and exercise or go outside and do grounding, we can feel a change or a shift in the energy and release energy. What are some of the things that you do consistently to shift your energy, specifically the Qigong practice? Could you talk a little bit about what you do on a daily basis to make sure that you have a high level of abundant energy?
In the Tao very emphasize that you have, we call below the navel. So when we touch the navel and the three finger below the navel, we call the Dantian, mean original energy that will come to this world. Because we have umbilical cord, navel. So we attach to the mother and we grow from there. Nutrition, oxygen, energy from the universe also come to the umbilical cord. Okay, so we said the navel is where we're going to be, where we receive the energy. So every day in the Tao said, learn a simple practice by breathing into your navel first. Because, so breathing into the navel, we said, strengthening your root, because this is your root. So when you do the navel breathing and you do three finger below the navel, and that is because the energy come in and store energy below the navel, and we grow up, so this energy a little bit lower. So it's still there. We call the original force. That means we, from the time we born, a beginning develop until we born, and we come with the original energy here. We call the your basic life force, and this basic life force, a mother give you part of it, and the universe give you part of it, and the nature give you part of it. So now, mother give us, that's it. That means it's the beginning of life. But in later on, when you learn how to eat well, exercise well, and learn how to enjoy nature, like the forest, the tree, the ocean, the lake, all these things, okay, can give us more energy. So in the Tao, talk about what organ have connection to what nature part. So when we learn how to do that, so we call fusion. So you extend out, but you have to know the link. Everything is a link. Okay. If in this world, the most important part, when you met somebody, say, can you give me your link? Okay. Now we have connection. If the guy don't give you a link, no connection. The same thing that when you learn the Tao, you learn the link. What organ link connecting with tree? What organ link connecting with fire? What organ link connecting with water? So you have learned. Now, once you make a link, now you can connecting with that. No link, you have no connection. And that's how the Tao practice. So once you know the link and the five major organ and five major power, and now you can absorb more energy from the nature to you.
Yes. That is amazing. That's exactly what I learned from you. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to go to Tao Garden to study with you, is to really understand and put into practice, how do I make these links work? Because I read about it in your books and I felt the transformation to some degree, but by working with you and actually being able to have you transmute energy to me in real time, I think that definitely helped accelerate the process. And I was able to see the violet light while I was with you, and experience every level of just seeing the inside of my body, and also being able to project my energy body. And it's just fascinating. And I encourage everybody to study Master Chia's work and his books, and just learn more about what we're talking about, because this science is what will produce longevity and healing, anti-aging, and I mean, just all the good things that we need. It's here, and it's been here for so long. So I'm just so excited about the Tao and being able to uh, share this, and also being able to practice more. And that's what I'm more excited about, is I can actually use this to heal myself and heal other people. Once I'm able to master it. And like you said, we have to practice every day. And you're one of those voices I hear in my head saying, just do it every day. Just do it every day. And that actually translates to so many other parts of my life. Just having that voice, your voice, repeating to be consistent and to stick to it and to do the practice every day, because that's how the actual transformation occurs, is with consistency. So I want to thank you for that reminder, and being a actual example, leading by example of how to create change in our lives through consistency. Um, I want to ask you a question about Ikigai. I just wrote a book called What is My Why? How you can use Ikigai to clarify your purpose, which we were able to share. And I'm curious about your idea of Ikigai and the reason for being. What does Ikigai mean to you, and how do you interpret Ikigai in your life?
I not catch your word yet. The word that you say.
The word Ikigai, and it's just, I believe, a
Ikigai.
Japanese term that means your reason for being. It's kind of like your why. Yes, Ikigai.
Okay. Yeah, that is very good, because Ikigai that mean uh is everything okay? You can live with a good or bad or negative thing. You can just easy to get through it. So that in the Tao we try to be neutralized, try to be in the yin yang, to make it spin. So nothing. If we are too caught in one part, it make us too tight to ten. But when you are go easy, you could go along. Something you might not like, uh, you might not like this person, or you just easy, just get away. That's it. Or don't listen to it, or move away, or walk away. That's all. And a lot of time, you don't have to face the people that you don't like, and you don't have to get close to them and work with them. You just walk away and just go on your way.
So you got to ignore the haters, basically.
Yes, just easy, easy guy.
Right. You got to ignore the haters. That's great advice, because something that I really realized, especially being in the dark room, was that negative energy, negative feelings, or even if somebody did something to us that may have not been the nicest, people choose to hold on to it, and we can also choose to let it go. We don't have to choose to hold on to these emotions or the way we felt about something that happened, because that was just a moment. Pain can be real, but suffering is optional. And I'm very grateful for you just expressing and teaching people how to release old emotions, mentally, but also physically, because these emotions can stay trapped in our bodies. And I learned a lot about massaging different parts of the body to just release energy in certain meridian points and things like that. What would you say are some of the things that you recommend for people, if it's a daily massage practice or even some daily diet practices? What do you recommend for people to live a really healthy lifestyle according to the Tao? What are some of the healthiest daily practices for people?
So the I think that beginning we call the abdominal breathing and the lower dantian breathing. That's the two parts. So we touch the navel, we feel the navel, because that is where the beginning of life that we come to this world. So we said the root. So every day you do 36 times, like do inhale, exhale on the navel,
36 times. And after that, so you breathing, inhale, exhale, and you feel your navel open, energy come in. And that's where the beginning of our life. And there a hole, that's where the energy can go in very easy. Okay, because that's where we come to this world, and the nutrition, the oxygen go to the navel. So in the Tao said, cultivating your root, so that when we do the breathing, and you strengthening your abdominal energy, because that is where all the organ, all the intestine, everything is there. And after that, we come down to the below the navel, and we do we call the original force. It store below the navel, is store the original energy that run our life. So we call Tan Tian. So we put it down, 3 finger, and we do the breathing again, 36 times. So in this way, after you finish, you feel this area have fire. So you feel below the navel have a red Dantian fire. That is our original energy. So every time you are aware the red Dantian fire burning, you are increasing your original force. Okay? And now we can use them to charge the kidney. So from the Dantian here, we cover the kidney, and the red Dantian fire can charge the kidney, because kidney need a lot of energy. And that's what the basic training. So you learn to do the abdominal 36 time breathing, below the navel 36 time breathing, and think the red Dantian fire. And now we have this red Dantian fire charged to the kidney, especially the right kidney give the yang energy. So when you cover the kidney and you breathe, you feel that the kidney started to have fire, give them energy. Kidney sometimes too cold, too yin. And that's how, so our basic training, this is beginning of the basic training. And after that, we do the inner smile. You know, the West discovered that if you smile, just smile alone, you're strengthening your brain. Just smile, because smile alone, when we smile, we need all the muscle in the face. We have very complicated muscle in the face. When we smile, we actually activate all the muscle and involve with the brain. So if you smile every day, you're going to use your brain until very, very, very old, because you activate them. Otherwise, you don't use anything at all. Now the brain started to get not work when you get old. So just that is the West discovered. The East already have the practice for thousand and thousand years, and very precise, systematically, one by one, how to smile into the body, and how to smiling in one organ to another organs. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. And then what about for your diet, Master Chia? What are some things that you like to eat on a regular basis to
In
stay
the Tao,
healthy?
we divide them into 5 major organs and 5 major colors. Okay, so we eat 5 major colors, like the heart, like more red color, like the spleen, like more yellow color, like earth, like like the lung, more white color, metal, and the kidney, water element, like blue color, and the liver, green color, like tree, like leaf, like vegetable. So there have 5 major organs, 5 major colors, and so you have much more bigger choice to find, because color is very important in in the in our food. Okay, and we know that 5 major colors can strengthening our body. And I eat more vegetable, some meat, chicken, uh, uh, some beef, very little beef, mostly chicken or pork. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What is your favorite Thai dish?
Oh, there are many. there are the Thai
What's
dish.
your number one on your menu? If there's like, Master Chia, we're ordering you some lunch. What would you like to have? What are you going to order as your
No,
favorite dish?
I always have fried rice. Like today, we have fried rice with crab, with egg, with crab meat, and with egg, and with some vegetable stir fry together. And that is, I like that.
That's delicious.
And a soup, so a
Mm.
tofu soup and the and the seaweed, the black seaweed soup like that. You know,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
I want to give my compliments to the chefs at Dow Garden. All the food is so amazing, and compliments to the staff and everyone there at Dow Garden. It's absolutely amazing 5-star experience, and everything that we ate there was delicious. My favorite soup was the pumpkin soup. I love the pumpkin soup that we had there at Dow Garden. That was delicious. But yeah, diet, a lot of people talk about how diet and things we eat affect our energy and affect our health. And something that I was able to do while I was at Dow Garden was get a couple of massages. And I had massages on my pakua and got some chini sang massage, which is like a deep tissue stomach massage for the organs, the internal organs. And I felt that to be such a cleansing experience. And I felt so much lighter and a lot happier after I got those massages and went through that cleansing experience and was able to eat the Pigu diet for a number of days. I could feel a lot of old things leaving my body, and very grateful for that. What's something that you recommend for people who may be interested in a cleanse or may be interested in just removing toxins from their body, but maybe not something like a 9-day cleanse or something in the dark room, but what's something that people could do that may be just beginners to understanding cleansing? Do you have any recommendations for somebody that wants to learn more about how to cleanse their body and their organs?
I mean, there's so much this kind of diet in the market. Okay, so the simple part in the Tao gardens, we give them more. We have a few. So sometimes we give them. Usually we call the juice fast. That means we have juice and color for them every day. So and we change the fruit because over here Thailand have a lot of fruits and vegetable. So we have their juice and we have the vegetable broth for them. So they don't get too cold. When the too much juice too long, the stomach too cold. So we give them uh, vegetable broth and not and make them warm so the stomach not too cold like that. So people come here and when they get the juice fast for a while, they clean themselves and I mean, they get dinner, and they feel better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I had a juice when I was there from your juice bar. It was called Master Chia's Gift, and it's a delicious green juice. And that was so refreshing and revitalizing and cleansing as well. But there's an amazing juice bar at Dow Garden. Make sure y'all check that out when you go visit. So I want to ask you a couple more questions before we wrap up, Master Chi. I know you're very busy today, and I'm very grateful that you're able to share this time with us here on Abundance Universe. The question I want to ask you is about abundance. What does abundance mean to you?
In the Tao say abundant is that the first thing you have to be make yourself happy and make all the organ happy. That is the first step. When you are happy, you receive energy from the universe. Now, when people are so depressed, so angry, so frustration, always blame other people. It's just I don't think that nobody want even talk to him. You know, a business person, they smile and they know how to talk to people, and people want to give him business. The same thing in heaven. You have to be happy. You have to be feel good and feel happy. The first thing is happy, and you feel that I'm happy. I want to do good. I'm grateful to the universe. That's all. Very simple. Is I want to do something good every day. It doesn't mean a lot. In the Tao said, do something good every day, little goodness every day, heaven will bless you. That's all. So sometimes you smile to somebody, and you only do something good. Somebody very sad, depressed, and look at you, or a child crying. You look at the child, and you smile and smile. And when the child notice you, it look at you and see your smile. Now you help somebody already. It doesn't mean you have to give big money. All you do is you have a good energy, and you try to make other people feel better, and that's all. And the simple part is mine. Uh, and that's all. So in the Tao said, if you make yourself happy, make other people happy, that is you're happy. You're very happy already. Yeah.
Nice. So abundance is feeling good, being happy, being joyful.
Yeah, and heaven will bless you.
Okay, I like that. I can do that. I think everybody can do that. It sounds simple enough, right? Smile more, have more fun, live live your why, do more good, do things that make you and other people feel good, and you'll have abundance. Makes a lot of
When you
sense.
do some other people feel good, heaven will bless you. That's all.
Yes,
Now you have abundance.
I like that. That's an abundance alert. That's what we call that. Okay. And then Master Chi, I want to ask you another question. When it comes to something that you really want to make sure people know or understand, and there's so much that you teach. I mean, you have, I think, over 60 books out. So people can obviously read your books, watch your YouTube videos. But if you had to maybe sum it up, what is something that you really want to be your legacy and that you want people to remember about you, about the Universal Healing Tao, and everything that you teach? What would you say you really want your legacy to be, and for others to pass on and carry on for you?
I think that the inner smile is a requirement for every level that people come to the practice and study. And the Tao said you smiling to yourself first, but you smiling to organ by organ. If you can smiling to yourself and you can smiling to organ by organ and make the organ happy, now you are radiant out happiness to other people. Now heaven give you abundance. But when you are so sad, depressed, angry, the heaven turn their face away from you because you're so angry, so frustration, so much complaint. Nobody want to come close to you. The heaven also turn the face around, of you. So that's why, in no matter in what kind of situation, you can learn how to smile and make yourself happy first. And when you're happy, other people will like to get close to you. When you're so angry, so frustration, look so sad and depressed, everybody walk away. And nobody want to help you. Even the heaven don't want even look at you because you are unhappy.
Right. Man, it's so great to hear you say that, and it warms my heart because I know it's so true, and I feel that, and I really want people to get that and understand that we hold the keys and the power to our joy. It's not outside of us. The power to be happy and joyful is within, and we have the power to do that and change the way that we feel. So I'm just very grateful that that is the message and the legacy that you share and that you want people to remember. And then I had a question too about this book. This is one of my favorite books from you. It's called World Link Meditation. So one question that I had while reading the book, and the specific subtitle is Healing Yourself and Others. So when it comes to a world link meditation, when it comes to healing yourself and other people, I want to talk to you about energy transmutation and how you're able to heal people from far distances, or heal people virtually, or heal people with just your chi energy. Or if you do put hands on people, how you're able to transform the energy. And that can be with wealth or sickness, or even just transmute a vision. Because I feel like when I was with you, you were able to help me visualize better. Just being in your presence, I was able to actually see and feel things at a higher level. So could you talk for a moment about, as it relates to the World Link meditation, what are some things that we can do to transmute energy to others and with others collectively so that we can uplift the world?
Because we are linked together in the world. And in the olden time, they do a lot of this practice linked together. Okay. And nowadays, we still link together, but we are linked like now. You're in America and in here, we can talk together and people can if tune in anywhere around the world, they can listen to it. So
Right.
we are connecting. So when we, even in the technology part, we link, and your knowledge, and you're smiling very beautiful, and my energy and your energy combined together, people feel energy, and that is how it's go out around the world. It's a link, it's a connection. So now with the technology, we can connect together. But in the olden time, they actually, when your family in a long distance, like you live quite far away, and when they send you some energy or pray for you or think about you, you feel that, oh, my family think about me. That person, my father or my loved one or my relative think about me. So now we have link. So that's how nowadays link is too simple. Mobile telephone, we can talk to anybody.
Right. It's easy. I encourage everybody to use the internet to connect, use the internet to uplift. We're having this conversation so that other people can be inspired and uplifted using this device, these phones, these cameras, this internet. So that's something I want to definitely encourage everybody to do here with Abundance Universe, is to be abundant, focus on your inner smile, share your joy, and share it with the world. Connect with people, connect with other people and smile with other people. And all of us, the entire world, will be more uplifted. Well, Master Chia, is there anything else that you want to discuss or talk about or mention today on Abundance Universe?
When you are happy and you are smiling and you have good heart, the heaven will give you blessing. So heaven is so much energy. All you have to do is, are you ready to receive it or not? That is the key. When you are not open yourself, you are not happy. When you're happy, you learn how to love yourself first, and you learn how to love other people. The whole key is people don't know how to love themselves, but they try to help and love other people. In the Tao say it don't work that way. So you have to love yourself, know yourself, help yourself first. You first, and the other people you can help other people. In the Tao, this way. So that's why all in the whole practice is practicing yourself. When you're good enough, now you can help other people.
Yes. Love you, love people. I love that. That is the real wealth. Well, thank you so much, Master Chia. Everybody, make sure that you study Master Mantak Chia, read his books, follow him on all social media channels. My favorite is the YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed there and study and listen about the Tao. Master Chia, thank you so much for your time today. I'm very grateful that you're able to have this conversation here on Abundance Universe. The world is uplifted because of your existence. And I'm so grateful that I was able to share some time and space with you so we could create some abundance together. Thank you so much, Master Mantak Chia. That has been Abundance Universe. Peace and blessings abundantly.
Thank you.
Thank you.